I'm currently watching my own stream because OBS would not let me pin. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, don't, Streamlabs, love you. Love Streamlabs OBS. You need to, figure out some of your stuff, man. Get your stuff sorted out. Hope everyone's having... today's a day. I promised I'd spend, yeah, we're gonna be going back to casting, and I haven't done that in a couple weeks, and I really miss it, because casting is fun. Yay! We're just gonna launch straight into the patch preview, because why not? In case you weren't aware, this is... Okay, there it is. This is the MSI patch. This is the patch that the one of two big international tournaments in the league scene are played on. So, yeah, this patch changed, or at least tried to change a lot. We'll get into that in a minute. Akali got some base health. 30 health is actually a lot, especially for a champion that wants to be able to punish you early. Like Akali, just has a lot of base damage, so the fact that she can't really be moved, that's a whole extra, like, auto attack you have to wave in. That's a lot. That's a lot. Azir getting some health regen taken off for lane, and some damage taken away. I mean, again, if I'm talking about this in terms of pro play, this isn't gonna change anything. Nobody plays Azir's counters, right? Nobody plays Ziggs. Nobody plays Xerath. Like, the only person who plays that is APA from Team Liquid, and NA is never making any splash in internationals. So, like, yeah, this isn't gonna change anything. This might disincentivize the tank builds a little in the late game, but, like, this isn't gonna change anything. Let's not delude ourselves. Briar, not a pro play champion. Moving on. Q. Q got 5 more damage. This is a lot. This is basically 5 AD at level 1. And for a champion who's best suited as a counter for ADCs in the laning phase, like a counter to, say, like Kalista, who's been coming up a lot, that's pretty big. 5 damage is a lot, especially since it's not just a one-time instance of 5 damage. This is 5 damage on every auto attack if you can catch her axes, which, like, pro players should be able to do. They're pro players. Like, we have Hans Sama on G2, right? He's known for Draven. This is good for him. Galio. They keep trying to push Galio into pro play. They increased his movement speed by 5, and they lowered his Q cooldown again. They really want Galio to be in the game. Graves. I actually don't have any useful comments on this, because I've been playing Graves recently, but I have no clue what he felt like before the patches. This is supposed to help his crit builds. The current build right now is Youmuu's into crit, so stuff like Collector, LDR, Infinity Edge. I actually don't know if this helps a lot with, like, Phantom Dancer, for example, or any attack speed items. I could see Phantom Dancer being really good depending on how impactful this buff is. Yeah, no, what I've been doing, and what I've been seeing crop up, and take this with a grain of salt, because I'm a bronze Andy, and I don't I don't play that high. I don't have that, I'm not really good mechanically, but I've been trying, instead of Youmuu's Rush, Profane Hydra Rush, just to give him something to do during the reload downtime. I know it's what you're supposed to go in top lane. I've been playing it in jungle. It's been funny. Not sure if it's good. Hui, I barely know anything about this champion. I'll be honest, I read his abilities, like actually sat down and read his abilities and the numbers on them very recently. But, 5 AP on Hui, who builds a lot of AP, and this is on his passive. That's not bad at all. Water. J4. J4 is weird, because J4 got hit a lot by the removal of Gore Drinker and the overall lowering of ability haste in the game. right? So he's still decent. But he's not at that top echelon that he was at prior to the item rework. If we're being real with ourselves, 1% extra current health is not all that much in the grand scheme of things. This isn't really what's gating Jarvan from being played all that often. He's still good in solo queues. But, yeah, the fact that in lower skill brackets, when this is one of the simplest junglers in the game, is not above 50% or only around 50% is really, really concerning. And I don't think this is going to help much. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the statistics. I'm just looking at the patch notes in a vacuum. But if you have 500, if you have 500 health at level 2 or something like that, right? Which is, or 500 health at level 2 is probably a lot, but you get what I mean. If you have 500 health, doing 5 extra damage isn't gonna make or break your early ganks. And then the late game, this is physical damage, which means people are probably itemizing armor against it. So it's even less than that. Jhin. As a uniquely utility-focused ADC, we think Jhin can be a high performer without causing too much trouble. Yes, stop trying to make this your primary carry in drafts. He's not meant to do that. He can pop people, but if that's happening, then they just drafted wrong. You draft a Malphite or an Ornn or a Cassante into Jhin, what is he gonna do? He's getting 4% extra movement speed on critical strike. So basically, magical boots, I guess. And then he's getting, they made it all end and start at 44 and end at 144, which is cute because it's Jhin. And they increased his AD ratios by 9%. This is actually a lot in the late game because I actually didn't know this until recently. Jhin gets bonus percent AD based on just for free. I thought it just scaled off attack speed. No, he just gets a flat I don't remember how much, but a decent amount of flat AD for free. So this is actually nice for wave clear. This is nice for it's nice for wave clear first off because Jhin needs Q in order to clear waves because he only has 4 shots on his set attack speed. But it's also nice in the late game because especially if you're going crit, for example, it's not rare. It's not rare for Jhin to have 700 AD by the end of the game, which is a lot. 700 AD is a lot. 9% of 7 AD is 700 AD. It's almost an extra 7 damage. That's a decent amount. Granted, before armor, before all that, but still a decent amount. 74% AD of 700 is a lot. It's what? What's 75 times 7? 500 something? Decent amount. Kai'Sa, Q damage increased by 5 AD. It's funny because we want to increase the AD ratio on Kai'Sa's Q to emphasize damage that required higher commitment and played up to your unique assassin-like qualities. Funny story, AP Kai'Sa, something I've been spamming as of late, plays a lot more like an assassin than AD Kai'Sa, so I don't know where they're getting that from. But 5% bonus AD, I mean, AP Kai'Sa is still the best Kai'Sa build because there's very little counterplay to just being poked out for at 3,000 range, which is stupid. That's half of a Varus Q, which is insane. So yeah, it helps. It still helps AP Kai'Sa because AP Kai'Sa still gives Mana Moon. So getting extra mileage out of Mana Moon is nice. Helps with wave clear. And if you're going into the AD Kai'Sa build with with stuff like Shiv, Ginsu, stuff like that, it's gonna help her. This isn't gonna overtake AP Kai'Sa. They need to do something about AP Kai'Sa. AP Kai'Sa is stupid. LeBlanc? I'm not a big LeBlanc fan. They gave her 5 damage on Q, but taking off 3 seconds off of W straight up at the beginning is just nutsoid. What are they doing? This is her second max stability. So that means until level 8, she just has 3 less seconds on W, which is, again, this is insane. For a champion that's supposed to be very early game focused and be able to pop you at early, 3 seconds is insane, dude. But yeah, I still am not a LeBlanc fan. Would she run out of mana? No, because Q refunds mana on killing minions now. It's been like that for the past year or so. And you aren't and it's not like you're always casting W off rip, right? You're not always gonna cast this as soon as it comes off cooldown. You're casting it either to go in or you're casting it to get out. You're not using it. If you're using this for wave clear, you are trolling. Because Q is just because you are wasting mana that you would just get back with Q. Yeah, should be felt by all due to the last hitting benefit. Exactly, referring to that. Mordekaiser. Ah, yes, they got rid of they adjusted him. They got rid of QSS and other CC cleansing abilities, just getting you out of Death Realm. This is like, okay, let's talk about this logically. Low elo, where Mordekaiser is the strongest. Were people building QSS? No. Okay. People were talking about, oh, in jungler things, you can pull the jungler out of smite fights and keep it. Let's be real, unless the jungler was mega ahead, they just didn't have the gold to buy QSS. QSS is 1,300 gold, which is a lot for a jungler. Because junglers are very starved for golden levels, right? Just because of how camps work. So, that's not really a non-issue. Does this really address any of the problems Mordekaiser has? Not really. Because a lot of champions at 2 items can just kind of kill him in Death Realm, or at least stall it out long enough. Is this nice for when Mordekaiser is good? Sure. It's fine for, like, if you are up against a 1 carry comp, and they're playing full protect, and you want to yoink the, like, 13-0 Smolder out of the fight and just stall with, like, a Zanya's or something, but do you realize how narrow I'm making these use cases? It's not really gonna help him in general. It's not gonna make him blindable. And it's not gonna make him, like, suddenly so much better than he already was. It's a nice change for him. I'm not gonna deny that. It's nice for him. I just don't think it's gonna break him. And it hasn't broken him yet. Olaf, they keep trying to make Olaf a jungle again. Olaf is not a jungler. He requires golden levels. Jungle gives you neither of those. At least current Olaf needs, old Olaf could bully you early, but nowadays he's just a hyper carry. He needs items to be able to stay in a fight long enough. So like, I don't know why they're giving him bonus damage to monsters and trying to force him into the jungle. And what really scares me is, like, for example, like champions like Xin Zhao, right? Pro players will just kind of draft him just to have a physical damage jungler without, like, any of the pieces that make him really excel. Why they want him in the jungle? Because he used to be a jungle and they want to give him some of that back. After the mini rework, they heavily incentivized him to go top lane, and that's where he's been really shining, and I think he's actually one of the better top laners in the game right now. But they also wanted to give jungle players something to work with. The issue with, like, for example, if you want a physical jungler who is, you can just splash into a draft just to have a physical damage jungler, Lethality Udyr exists. And you might say, okay, but Lethality Udyr is more of a solo queue build. And I would agree. But the thing that sets Udyr apart from, say, Xin Zhao or Olaf is that he isn't just necessarily just a physical damage jungler. So if you're in the draft and you suddenly you've locked in Udyr and you realize, oh, this is a terrible AD Udyr game, you aren't completely screwed because you can just go the tank build, and the tank build is still good. Like, and if you need and you also have the option of going into stat check physical item. But champions like Xin Zhao and Olaf, especially if they don't have enchanters or a team built around them backing them up, if you just throw them into a draft, they're just stat sticks. They're just stat checkers. They aren't really gonna be conducive to your draft if they can't take over a game. That's the issue. Ryze got a huge upgrade on his slow and a lot of cooldown taken off his W. Very good. This is the ability he usually takes at level 1. It's also his last max ability. So getting 2 seconds cooldown off rip and 15% more slow, really good, really good. We might see Ryze in pro play again. Skarner, I have no clue what to do. Dude, Skarner's so weird. I don't have any idea what they're doing. They're trying to take away mana from him, to get him out of the top lane and into the jungle, because jungle gives you inherent mana regen, right? But, like, did Skarner really have mana problem? Genuine question, because this is what I've been hearing. I've been told that Skarner generally doesn't have mana problems once he just buys a tier on first back. So I don't know what this is gonna do for top lane Skarner, if anything. Sylas, they're bringing Sylas back into the jungle because Sylas jungle has a pretty big player base. Cool. I don't know if we're gonna see him in pro play, but it is a thing. Thresh got some armor and MR. Good for him. It's gonna two armors decent. 2 armor's decent. 0.25 extra MR, which means he's gonna have what? 4.5 extra MR. 4.5 extra MR at level 18, right? Well, less than that because it's 17 levels, not 18 levels. But like, it's nice for him. It's nice for him. This is actually a huge nerf. Zac Top has been making a huge resurgence, which I'm happy about because Zac's one of my favorite champions. But he's so dumb. You could not convince me Zac is not a season 10 plus champion. Can he just engage from halfway across the map? Why does he have a percent max damage magic damage thing that has no windup? And that is completely brainless. Why is he able to just pull 2 people together with basic point and click? Why is he able to just disrupt and CC everyone once he gets in very easily with his E? Thank you guys, Weeaboo, for the follow. Why is he able to do all this? This champion is not okay. I guarantee you that if Zac came out in like season 12, people would be complaining about this champion constantly. Like to the level they're complaining about Cassante. But yeah, no, like Zac's was a solid laner. If you watched LCK in particular, because LCK was obsessed with Rek'Sai top for some reason, Zac came out as a counter pick very often because Zac was just really good at just preventing Rek'Sai from playing the game, and also since Rek'Sai tended to go tank instead of bruiser or lethality in top lane in LCK, Zac would get more mileage out of his W doing max percent HP. So it's, again, really good at neutralizing Rek'Sai. Also good in general. We saw a little bit of it from Broken Blade on G2 in the LEC, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 3 seconds per... 3 HP for 5 seconds is a huge nerf on Zac's regen. Granted, he does heal back up thanks to his passive, thanks to Cellular Division with the picking up the blobs. He does heal back some of it, so it's not like he's completely dead in lane now. But oh my goodness, this champion is... It's a pretty big nerf. Well, that's a given. I just still think this champion is broken. And in season, like, prior to the rework, right? We had season... what I would do is I would go mid lane, right? I would go Rocket Belt, Demonic Embrace, Zhonya's. And those 3 items would give him all the stats he needs. And you can Rocket Belt in the middle of his ultimate. So you had Gap Close with E+, and if E was somehow not enough, you had Rocket Belt. And then you have Demonic Embrace, which converts your health into AP, which gives you more stuff to... which gives you the ability to go tank in the late game. You got Zhonya's, which back then gave you haste. It also gave you armor. It gave you a way to get in the middle of a fight and stall for longer. And it's like, I don't remember the AP scaling off the top of my head, but I know at 3 items, with those 3 items, your W would do like 20% max HP damage, which is balanced. Zeri lost 30 health. Yikes. I mean, you're not playing Zeri for the early game. She has some of the worst laning of the ADCs, so this hurts a lot. But like late game, if you can get her to late game, she's still gonna take over. Baron does significantly more damage now, which is cool, but I think we could go further, because 20-minute Barons at the LCK Finals. Why is that allowed? Void Grubs. Now Void Grubs and Dragons are staggered. They don't both spawn in at 5 minutes, which is nice because it will hopefully help Void Grubs be less of a bait objective, especially since now you need only 4 stacks to get Touch of the Void. Now you need 5, because a common strategy was to only just grab the first Void Grub, because you would get the EXP boost from the first time you slay a large monster from your jungle item, and because the opponent was only left with 4, you weren't able to, they weren't able to get Touch of the Void. So you wouldn't need to spend all your, you would still get the EXP benefit from killing the Void Grubs. You would essentially get double EXP, so you're getting the EXP of 2 Grubs, and you're also preventing the opponent from getting Touch of the Void. That's no longer a thing, because you only need 4. So that's a good thing they killed that. I think the other thing that's really interesting is that whenever you went for Void Grub, you basically were seeding Dragon, or if you weren't seeding Dragon, you were leaving your bot lane on an island to get counter jungled and dove, which felt awful. So yeah, that's another thing that's really cool. Hey, perfect timing! I just got done with the run through, and now I'm in the lobby. But yeah, that's the patch, and those are my thoughts on the patch, basically. I think there's a lot more I could say about, say, Mordekaiser, for example, but I mean, like, it's an actual patch. I don't think some of these champions needed buffs, but I'm glad they did. Like, I don't think Akali needed this. I don't think Draven needed a buff. I don't think Galio needed a buff. I really don't think Graves or Hui needed a buff. J4, it's debatable. Kaisa did not need a buff. Look how long all the Compton Skarner is. We have Thresh did need a buff. I'm glad they nerfed Zac. Yeah. What is going on in chat right now? Say hi to Twitch chat. They're not saying hi to Twitch. What? Hey! Hey, come on! That's just uncalled for. Bro, okay, no more of that filth. We are waiting for Oxier. Where is Oxier? What is going on in chat, dude? Dude, chat is going wild. I looked at chat for like 2 seconds and I'm just... why is it every time I looked back at that chat they were saying something even worse? Uh... Where is Oxier? Checking her chicken temperature sounds like a euphemism. I don't know for what, but it sounds like a euphemism. It still sounds like something dirty. There she is. It's raw! It's raw! What are you? An idiot sandwich chef. Alright, let's jump into the draft. Alright, everyone set your timers for how long it... yeah, alright. Alright, everyone, let's see how... Everyone set your timers for how long it takes for me to start rambling and yapping about how much I hate the draft. Because I cannot be... The Korean deer judge is not impressed. 27 seconds. Sure, we'll go with 27 seconds. If it's 27 seconds if it's 27 seconds exactly, I don't know. We'll see. Hurry up! I ain't getting younger. My Zoomer attention span can only last for 20 seconds tops. What time are we starting? Tomorrow. Ah, we're in the draft. Yippee! Alright. Let's do some drafting. I don't know much about any of these players, so we'll see. I know Oxier plays Flex, but that's about it. As we wait for the first ban, it is... Ivern. Good ban. Ivern is broken. Ivern is dumb. Why can Ivern full clear before the first crab comes up? I think the Ari ban's a little weird. I try not to think about round one bans too much because they tend to be target bans, but I think Ari's very answerable. Jax being banned, another champion I think is stupid. If you have to gun to my head, least favorite champion in League, Jax. Easily Jax. Why does he get like 50 million resistances for just doing what things he should be doing? Why does he have a like 80% AP ratio on his E so he can go Zanya's? Yuumi ban, again, I think Yumi's very answerable. Sona, Soraka, Senna, all champions that do really well into Yuumi. And we get the Varus ban. So far, I'm liking the blue side bans a lot more than I am the red side bans. We'll see. Because Varus is very flexible. He has a bunch of different builds. He can go lethality, he can go on hit, he can go AP if you really want to be spicy. As we see the Jinx also being banned. Interesting. Okay, so now we wait for the first pick. Yuumi is boring, but like, and she's not even that good in the current state. Enchanters are, I will stand, but maybe I'm biased because I'm primarily a Soraka player, but like enchanters are stupid right now. As we see the Sivir first pick, I'm not a big fan of Sivir first pick. I think she's very one note, but we'll see. As we see the Skarner and Taliyah insta locked in, a very powerful 1-2. Skarner and Taliyah are both flex picks as well. Skarner can go top lane or jungle. Taliyah can go jungle, mid lane. I've also seen ADC and support being thrown around. We'll see how that pans out, but I'm not a big fan of Sivir. Sivir is very much Sivir is very much an I'm going to stand still and or help my team run in. If your team is not going in, your Sivir is... Nidalee? What? No! Nidalee! Urgot! No! And then the Qiyana comes out. Okay, Qiyana's technically also flexible. I would not pick Qiyana jungle, but it is a thing, and then Qiyana mid, obviously. Why my problem with Nidalee, and I say this as somebody who has Mastery 7 on Nidalee, is that she requires being ahead to remain relevant. If you could just stall out long enough to like 15 minutes and not die a bunch of times to her and not do anything stupid, you are not going... That Nidalee is going to be useless. Granted, Nidalee does have some help with the E buffs she got a couple patches back, which is just a longer lasting Lulu W with the heal. Yeah, it's dumb. So she could go something like maybe Redemption, but like I'm still not a fan of it. And then Urgot blind is brave. I mean, maybe these... Okay, the fact that they're banning Aatrox is a big testament to the strength of the red team, because you don't know where any three of those champions are going. That Taliyah could be going bot lane for all you know. Like, they haven't locked in a consistent top laner. I think the Aatrox is a weird ban, but I feel like if you're I mean here. So here's the thing: Nidalee is strongest at like levels 3 and 4, right? Nidalee's strongest at like levels 3 and 4, and then after that she falls off a cliff. We see another flex pick, Seraphine, going mid, bot, or support, and I'm a big fan of this draft so far if this gets locked in. Sarah Queen. Seraphine's in this weird, awkward state where they keep not knowing where she's supposed to be, because they want her to be in support, but they keep buffing her AP ratios for some reason. And also her heal is not scaling, it's just a flat missing health heal, so... I don't know, man. I play a lot of Seraphine, even I don't know what's going on with that champion. Okay, we see the Lux. Lux being taken away from as a potential Seraphine partner is nice, because Seraphine Lux, if you've never seen it in action, it's hilarious. They can't... There's very little counterplay. The opposing team just can't play the game, as we wait on what is probably the mid lane pick here, unless you want to go Nidalee. As we see... Oh! Never mind, it's mid lane Lux with Soraka support. Unless they really want to go spicy with, like, Soraka mid. Which, like... I mean, okay, Soraka mid into Qiyana is fine, and Soraka mid into Taliyah is awful. I do not like that lane. But into Qiyana, it's fine. As we're gonna see the Ashe. Okay, I really like this red side draft in terms of, like, the flex, because you don't know where anything's going. Is the Ashe support, or is it Ashe ADC? Is it gonna be Seraphine ADC support? Maybe mid lane if you want to take the Taliyah bot lane as a support? Is the Skarner going jungle? Is the Qiyana going jungle? I think it's really cool. Initial thoughts on the draft are just, I think the Soraka and the Lux are really strange picks for the rest of the draft, because Nidalee, Sivir, and Urgot are all running in. And the Lux does have enough range to not necessarily be what I like to call getting pulled along for the ride, where you're spending more time running to catch up with your teammates than you are fighting. And Soraka also has movement speed steroids. I don't know why they gave her a 90% movement speed steroid for no good reason. But I think both of those... I just think you're all running into Taliyah, Qiyana, Seraphine, Ashe, and Skarner, which I would not agree... I think that can only go poorly. Hey, I'm gonna run into Skarner. Impale. Hey, I'm gonna run into Taliyah. I forget what the E is called. Hey, I'm gonna run into Qiyana. Supreme display of balance. Hey, I'm gonna run into Ashe. Cool, she's just gonna stand there and fire her arrows. Hey, I'm gonna run into Seraphine. Encore, beat drop. Like, all the champions that need to get ahead on the blue side are just running into these champions. And, like, if the Lux doesn't... And, like, the only saving grace here is that the Lux is maybe able to keep these guys at range with, like, the light binding. But again, that's only 2 people. So you're getting, like, the Skarner and maybe the Kiana. And then, like, are you going to be able to reach the Taliyah, Ashe, or Seraphine without your ulti? Not sure. I don't know what the Urgon to Skarner matchup looks like. But I was just talking about how Skarner's, with the recent Skarner changes, right? They're trying to hit his mana pool. I'm curious how that's going to work with Skarner going, how those nerfs are going to come to play here. Because, again, I feel like if Skarner goes tier, from what I've heard, because I don't play Skarner top, I don't play top lane at all, actually, but with the Skarner mana changes, with them hitting his mana pool, if he goes tier, which he wants to go tier because Winter and Winter's Approach are really nice items on him, are they going to affect him that much? I don't know. Now we wait another 75 seconds for the spectator delay. More people should play Teemo. I like, unironically, that champion's actually really good. I'm probably gonna get put on a cross for saying that more people should play Teemo, but that champion's good. I feel like that champion's very underrated. Especially with Riftmaker and Leandries being as good as they are right now as a 1-2. Just go something, and like, Teemo has a bunch of builds too. He can go like with some auto attack focus. He can go with just spell focus. He likes Leandries. He likes Nashor's Tooth. He likes Riftmaker. He likes Rylai's. He likes well, no, maybe not Ry. Maybe he likes Rylai's. I actually don't know. He likes Deathcap. He likes Void. He likes Shadowflame. He likes Crypt Bloom. I'm surprised they haven't done anything to make Void Staff significantly better than Crypt Bloom, because I feel like 9 games out of 10 you're always going Crypt Bloom if you're going a Blighting Jewel item. Just the mileage you're getting out of the extra haste for a lot of champions just tends to be better, as we are finally loading into the game here. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, if this is like Gen G versus T1, if this is like if this is like JDG versus T1 or something like that, I would rather have the red side draft. I'm trying to get the thing to show up on stream. There we go. I will say, I really appreciate the red team's taste in skins, except for the naked Taliyah. I call this team Urgot's harem. Harem. Who? But yeah, no, I'm generally... I generally prefer the red team's draft here.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yes, Urgon is for side chicks. Let's just do a quick... Hold on. Let's just do a quick run of all the runes, right? So, Lux runes. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary. Those are Lux runes. Nidalee runes. Okay. Maybe this is a hot take. I don't think either of these junglers should be going red smite. I feel like both these junglers in this game should be going blue smite. Because, like, Nidalee wants to be in bushes anyway, right? And the extra clear speed you get when you need to, in the late game, when you need to be able to, keep up with the Taliyah in terms of farm, right? The blue smite's gonna be nice for that. I'm also not a big fan of Treasure Hunter on junglers. I feel like Relentless Hunter is just better 9 times out of 10 because it increases your clear speed. That's just me though. Treasure Hunter's fine. Urgot, what's Urgot going? I don't know enough about Urgot to know if these are good runes. Sivir. Sivir not going inspo secondary. Good. Soraka, I don't agree with Soraka going inspo secondary. I feel like Resolve's nice. You have 3 auto attackers in Sivir, Nidalee, and Urgot. Font of Life, we get mega value out of here, and then Revitalize on Enchanters, need I say more. Funny story about Revitalize outside of Enchanters, though, is I found out recently that for some reason the counter on the hang on, there's a heavy topside trade here. Okay. Anyway, I found out recently that for some reason Revitalize counts like Fountain Healing for some reason. So the numbers you get from Revitalize when you check your stats are heavily inflated for no good reason. I don't know what's going on there. Skarner Runes. Comet is interesting, but I guess you do have more poke on Urgot, huh? Did I change Fog of War to blue? Gosh darn it. Poke with W, poke with Q, I guess. I mean, I'm not against it. I mean, I don't think you'll need Phase Rush this game strictly because they're all running into you. So I think that's an interesting decision. Talia, yeah, I'm fine with these. Obviously, you're gonna hear me talk about futures market on Sorkshu junglers. In exchange for going down, in exchange for half a camp, you can get Sorkshoos on your first back. With futures market. Talia is already cleared. My goodness. Kiana. Yep, those are Kiana runes. Ashe. Not a big fan of approach velocity. I'll be honest. I feel like you'd just rather go free boots. Again, that's mainly a me thing though. And then Seraphine. Oh god, Seraphine won Scorch. Okay, Seraphine won Scorch. Even though there's a 60% AP ratio on Q. Anyway, as we see this gank come in. Ooh, the spell shield just misses on the side-based shove, and we get first blood on the Talia. Really well played there. The spell shield just kind of getting consumed on the worked ground is kind of funny. Or not the worked ground, I know what was going on. As we see a heavy trade coming in on the Kiana. Lux being able to use the, using the shield to survive there. And now they're both very low as we wait for the Lux to heal up off of potions. Kiana goes in, finds the dash and finds the Q and gets the kill onto the Lux. That was really well played by the Kiana. Oh my goodness. As we just see, not a lot's going on in the top lane here. Skarner has a heavy CS advantage on the Urgot, which is insane. As we see 2 quick kills, very early kills for the red team, and that's a very heavy blow to the blue team because Nidalee, you want your team to be ahead early if you have a Nidalee, if you're playing Nidalee. As we just, and the opposing team also does a decent job of outscaling you. Like, you have a Skarner, you have an Ashe, and you have a Seraphine, and like, yeah, they do a better job of outscaling. As we see, the E getting impaled, and that's just a solo kill in the top lane for the Skarner. Really well played, oh my goodness. With already a heavy CS lead, just being able to extend that even further, the Urgot is probably, the Urgot doesn't have teleport, so Skarner is just able to shove this in for free. Lux getting the ward in the bush. Flash. Whoa, the supreme display of balance goes in right there. Lux forced to flash out as the root, followed by the full combo, takes Lux within an inch of her life, and this is a really scary game state for the blue team already, only 6 minutes into the game. Especially, again, you're playing Nidalee, you want your team to be ahead, but now you've had all 3 of your lanes die at some point. As we enter back into a bit of a lull state here, we see the Skarner teleport back. Buying a Bramble Vest and a Chain Vest, which I think is interesting. We see the Skarner just abusing the fact that he just has more resistances right now on the Urgot. Just walking up because he can, because how's he gonna be punished? The Urgot just doesn't have enough damage right now. Getting pinned to the wall again. Huge amount of damage from the from the Q there, but Nidalee's up here, turning this into a 1v2. The Urgot does have the why am I blanking on the name? Why am I blanking on the name? Certain Death, I think. But oh, the E onto the Nidalee almost gets that kill, but unfortunately, doesn't get the pin against the wall, and Nidalee's able to pick that up. Massive misplay by the top lane, I have to say. As now we wait, we check the bot lane, not much is happening. We see that, I will say, a small change to how Qiyana works now is that now she has easier access to the root on her abilities, which I think is just funny. We saw the Nidalee at the mid lane, but has just opted to go for the Void Grubs instead. Just trading over the Drake for the Void Grubs. I completely missed the fact that the Drake was picked up. Oh my goodness. I don't know when that happened. Oh. I can put up the objective timers. I forgot to do that. Nidalee's just gonna grab these real quick. Okay, now the Skarner should be aware of the fact that the Nidalee could come up here. But Skarner preemptively just rotates down just in case. Ashe Seraphine is a very scary lane if played well with good coordination, but the Seraphine just missed that. Ooh, the Soraka opting to take the Enchanted Crystal Arrow heal and wish forced out by the Soraka, and Soraka still survives. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow does go by. Does not find a kill as Sivir is able to get the Noon Quiver. We see the... whoa, okay. Skarner getting the Impale and the pin against the wall. But the Nidalee able to smite. The flash is used up by the Nidalee, though, so she won't have that for any upcoming objectives, which there are none. I mean, she won't have it for Drake, though, which is impactful. Man, pitting Nidalee against the wall, I wish I was Skarner. What? Anyway, we're seeing this dive go down on the... ooh, the Encore hits the Soraka right there. Gets the root on both of them. The ADS happening. And, yeah, there's nothing to... oh my goodness, as at the top lane, there's also a trade going on. The Nidalee here trying to trade something back here. But they just have too much ability to control the terrain around them. And now even the Qiyana's down here. They might go for the dive. They don't have the weight for this, but Qiyana has plenty of health to just dive under the thing and the mobility to get out. The Supreme Display of Talent does go down. We do see the Light Binding and the Final Spark go in, but the Ashe is just able to walk out scot-free. Not enough damage on this Lux with only the last chapter and an Amp Tome. Not even Sork Shoes able to do anything there. As, yeah, this is a disaster state for the Nidalee especially. Again, you need your Nidalee to be ahead. The Luden's Commandant has been completed by the Talia, widening this gap further. That's the first item completion on the Rift. And now we're just probably going to be able to see a lot of these champions just back and pick up their next core item. Especially the Qiyana is probably not that far off from whatever she's rushing. I assume it would be something like, oh, hey look, I didn't know you could see comets on the Rift. There's no ASOL. As, ooh, the spear does land. The Final Spark being able to dash out of the way, but unfortunately not much able, Qiyana's able to do is the Nidalee does get the final pounce, and the wish does come through. Suddenly, that's a huge amount of gold injection into the Nidalee. Man, injecting things into the Nidalee, okay, I'll stop. As, yeah, no, that did not go as planned for the Qiyana there. She did all the fancy footwork, but the Nidalee was just but getting hit by that Nidalee spear was a huge, amount of HP just lost. We do see the Impale coming out from the Skarner as the way to get out. Does dodge the spear, the Fear Beyond Death does go down, and the chains are gonna grab it just within a few autos of his life. And that's suddenly this game has seemed to have turned around. We see the Malignance completed for Deluxe. And Kiana's gonna go in and is going to be able to get that kill onto the Nidalee. Very well done by Kiana. Just being able to catch the Nidalee unaware, and that might just be enough to complete the next item, as we see the red team starting on this Hextech Drake.
Red team has
Random control ward that's not even in the bush, as we see the Cloud Drake. If you're the red team, you're probably happy to see the Cloud Drake, to be quite honest. All of these champions really like the movement speed after the ultimate, like especially Skarner. Oh my goodness, Skarner's gonna love Cloud Drake. I heavily disagree with the Bomby Cinder on the Skarner here. Okay, so this is something I've talked about a lot of times on stream. The issue with Bomby Cinder is if this completes into Sunfire. So first off, Bomby Cinder to Sunfire does not increase the immolate damage by that much. It does ramp up, but it only increases about 5 per tick before the ramping. It also gets rid of the increased damage against monsters and minions, which is a change for this season that I feel like not a lot of people know about. So that's already not the most economical decision. You're paying 900 gold as completion just to do like 5 more damage per tick before resistances, which is not great. And like, Skarner doesn't really need the extra immolate as, hold on, we see the supreme display of balance right into the Impale, and that is able to get the kill onto the Nidalee, as we see the Urgot fall shortly after too. Meanwhile, the Ashe is currently in this 1v2, the Encore coming in, blocked by the spell shield. But wow, the Ashe did really well to survive that, as now the rest of the Void Grubs are going to go in. The Cosmic Binding into the final spark with the passive from Lux is enough to get the kill, but wow, that was really well coordinated by the red team. Yes, I know Supreme Display of Talent. I like calling it the Supreme Display of Balance. That ability is dumb. I don't even care that Kiana's not in that good of a state right now. It's still a dumb ability. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Bomby Cinder, right? So completing it's not that great because it's only like about 5 damage. And let's not even talk about Hollow Radiance. Hollow Radiance is even worse. It doesn't even increase the damage. It just heals you after every kill, which whoop-de-doo. Do you care about healing if you're just wave clearing? Not really. But the other issue is that Skarner, Bombies is nice on champions that need the extra help and don't... basically, if it saves you a spell rotation, right? So, for example, like, Scion likes it. Because it saves him from having to auto everything after hitting his Q. Max charge Qs. Hold on, we see another engagement. Nidalee forced to flash out on 1 HP. The Light Binding does come in. Oh my goodness, as the... Oh, we do see an Impale onto the Urgot. Is that going to be enough to work around? Oh, the Kiana's here to follow up. It's going to get caught up by the Light Binding. We're going to see that Kiana, the Talia is going to go in. Kiana hops the wall, is going to prevent the Lux from escaping. This is Supreme Display of Balance, pushing the Lux into the wall, and that is really well executed by the both of them. The red team just running far and away with this game, up 12 kills to 5. I want to talk about Bomby Cinder. Yeah, see, Sunfire Aegis, it's only 31 damage per tick is not that much compared to like 15. Like 15 more damage before resistances. It's not that much when it's only per second. Granted, Skarner is going to close the distance and be close. What with, for example, Impale and the pin, but Kiana's just taking over the game. There's not much to talk about, let's be real. Even gets the root there, really well done. Yeah. Kiana moment. The Kiana's just taking over the game. Has Profane, Kiana has Profane and has, what's it called, Yomu's. It's just over. The Kiana's just going to be able to walk up to anyone for free and just burst them. Yeah. So, Bombies is especially really strange. Hold on. I want to talk about items, man. Stop fighting. So, I think it's really egregious, in particular on, for example, junglers, and we've been seeing this in pro play. Bombies on most junglers only speeds up your clear by about a second per camp. And again, you lose the extra damage against monsters when you complete Sunfire. So, what people have been going is, Kindle Gem, which is cheaper but gives more impactful stats than the ability haste. Yeah, Talia's ahead too. And just holding on to that, completing whatever item they want to complete first. Frozen Heart, usually, let's be real, Frozen Heart's still good, even though it's been tagged a bunch. Just the amount of utility. And then just holding on to the Kindle Gem for something like, for example, Knight's Vow. Knight's Vow gives so much damage reduction and so much healing to you for 2,700 gold, which is really cheap. Okay, yeah, it's a Kiana. So that's what I mean, right? You're better off spending that 900, 800 gold you would convert into completing Sunfire into more impactful tank stats, because you only get some extra health. I don't even think you get extra armor for completing Sunfire Cape, and like 15 extra damage, right? Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, missing the supreme display of balance there. And just building tank stats. Like, you could build another Chain Vest if you really wanted to. You could build a Kindle Gem. You can maybe see it for Skarner because most of his skills are health, but just buy Kindle Gem and go into Fimbulwinter. Fimbulwinter's stupid on Skarner because he just perma has the shield. Really good pin by Skarner there. And really good impale by Skarner there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Skarner's broken. What else can we say? And look how much damage the Nidalee just does to the Skarner. Very little. The Wish isn't enough to save the Sivir there. Isn't going to be enough to save the Nidalee either. Kiana just does way too much damage at this stage of the game. Having 2 completed items plus a Brutalizer. Probably going to be working on... I don't know what you work on next. Oh, well, Kiana just flashed in and got rid of the Soraka. There was a Soraka that I literally blinked and there was no more Soraka. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow gonna force out the flash from the Sivir. But yeah, that's... I don't think they're gonna be able to end the game, but cracking over the base at less than 20 minutes is insane. Okay, we do see the Encore come out. Okay, we see them both down. I don't know if they can end, so... Okay, I disagree with taking the inhib here. Baron isn't even up, so there's nothing you can really trade for. You're just throwing... Okay, they surrendered. Never mind. Yeah, the red team just completely took over the game. Again, like I said, unless the Lux could take over the game, or the Nidalee got like bajillion gold ahead somehow, they just had to wait. They just had to wait to outscale the Nidalee. The Nidalee was just a non-factor after like 15 minutes. The Seraphine bought Oblivion Orb, which... I don't know if I agree with that, just because A, you're so far ahead that it doesn't really matter, and B, Oblivion Orb doesn't really help into enchanters as much as people think it does, because at least in lane, for example, in team fights I could see an argument for it, but in lane, for example, you're just gonna wait for Soraka's just gonna wait for it to wear off. Granted, this was more of an issue when, like, for example, mage supports would just rush Oblivion Orb, or like enchanters even would just rush Oblivion Orb into other enchanters for no good reason, because again, in lane phase you have the headroom to just wait for Grievous Wounds to wear off and then heal them after. Sometimes it will come into play, and I'm not going to deny that. It's just it's sort of like an expected value sort of thing, right? You're taking an investment with the presumption that it's going to pay for itself later in terms of conversion with either kills or CS if you're not but support isn't going to be able to get that CS back, so that EV isn't going to be able to come in. And and in lane, especially in Enchanter versus Enchanter duels, it's very rare unless without jungler interference that there's going to be a kill like that. So on supports in particular, it's kind of negative expected value sort of thing, if that makes any sense. That's the way I think of it anyway. Really well played by the red team, though. Yeah, this overlay is not quite 16:9, so it is gonna cut off some of it, which is fine. I'll just say summoner spells allowed, but you can see most of it on screen, and that's all I care about. Yeah, I don't know. So here, let me actually pull up numbers for. So Sunfire, Bomby Cinder. Wow, it doesn't show damage. Never mind. Does it really not show damage? Wow, it doesn't show damage here, but it shows damage here. Really? Yeah. So this is. I can tell you right off the bat, this is 10 plus 1.5% HP scaling. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then this is 15 plus 1.75. So 5 flat, 0.25% bonus health. Whoop-de-doo, especially early. It's how much to complete? This is 1,000. This is 800. This is 2,700. So it's 900 gold to complete. You know what you can buy for 900 gold? Null Magic Mantle. Giant's Belt. Yeah, both of those are 900 and probably are going to give you more impactful stats than... Let's see. Okay, so this gives you 300 health. You get 200 health for 900 gold. Okay, it does give 10 armor. You could get 200 health and 10 gold for 900 armor, or you could get 350 health, which would probably give you more effective HP anyway. Or you could go into magic resist too. Can we do basic math? Oh yeah, what's the other item I flame people for going? This stupid item. Increase your bonus armor and magic resist until the end of combat. Not total, bonus. Why do people rush this item? This is a capstone item, right? The way to think of this is it's a capstone item. So stuff like Dawncore or Rabadon's Death Cap, right? That's what I mean by capstone items. They're when you have plenty of stats already and you just want to increase those multiplicatively. Are you getting anything out of Rabadon's passive Magnum Opus if you're just rushing it? Or sorry, Magical Opus if you're just rushing it? No, you aren't really. You're getting it. Obviously, you're getting it from like runes and rune shards, and you're getting it from runes, and you're getting it from Rabadon's itself, right? There's very little reason to rush this unless you inherently have high AP values. So Veigar, yeah, Veigar is a good example. Kale can also work pretty well for that. Some people do it on Evelyn for similar reasons. There we go. Right? So when I see people for example, Callista building this as her only item that gives resistances, why? Or when I see like Udyr rushing this, why? It's just a stat stick. Just build, yeah, exactly. Like, just, if you need resistances, build Terminus. Build Wit's End, and then build the Adaptive Helm, right? Don't build a third item before either of those. At least if you have like a Wit's End or a Terminus, it kind of makes sense, right? And on top of that, it's not even like Rabadon's or Dawncore, the other two capstone items, where you get it, where you get the stats immediately, right? You have to wait 5 seconds in combat to get the 30% bonus resistances. People cannot do math. Okay, we see the Hui being banned. Hui did recently get buffed. I have no clue what this champion does. Do not ask me, as we see the Seraphine get banned as well.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
We see the Caitlyn get banned. Okay. Again, I try not to think too much about round 1 bans. They tend to just be targets. Skarner. Yeah, I would ban Skarner too after seeing that match. And then Garen. Okay, let me cook. They recently buffed the duration. I think it's the duration. It was either the movement speed or the duration of Garen's Q, right? Garen mid can just run to the. Does not need to take teleport. He just runs there in like 5 seconds. And then he got a buff to like W's damage reduction. As we see the Jinx B1, maybe? Okay. I think Jinx B1 is very, very easy to get it's very easy to counterpick Jinx here. So we'll see if the red team is able to do that effectively. God, I really hope they don't do something stupid like Jinx Milio blind. Or Jinx Lulu blind. Just opens yourself up to so many counterpicks. Ooh, Twitch! Twitch is a really... So Twitch has been getting a lot of attention on this patch. Twitch has been getting a lot of attention on this patch, and for good reason. The on-hit items are in a pretty good state right now. He's able to get a lot of mileage. He has a lot of utility because of the slow. He's able to get flank roots in. And he synergizes with a lot of the meta supports right now. Like, no, why are we blinding Milio? Okay, I officially hate this now. So Milio Twitch, yes, you get a bunch of range, sure, but that's like the same. But like Milio, is a counterpick champion, right? If you just draft enchanters into him, he gets outpoked, and you get very little. Like Karthus, for example, right? Karthus Lulu, for example, right? What does Milio ulti do against either of these, right? Yeah, sure, you restore health for... you restore health against Karthus, but only people nearby. So at that point, just go Soraka, who has less exploitable counters, right? So far, the red team, the blue team, can just draft light, but still sufficient CC, and still and prevent the Milio ulti from getting that much utility. We do see the Maokai come out. Maokai, technically flexible, but we are seeing him support when there's a Milio, and Maokai top's in a very sorry state right now. So this is probably the jungler, as we see the Aatrox being banned. Do I agree with an Aatrox? I guess Aatrox does help the Jinx get resets and synergizes really well with the Lulu. We see the Urgot getting banned. Probably a target ban. I have no clue why Urgot's being banned. Nothing against Urgot, I just don't know why he's being banned. Like, yeah, Twitch gets 1 billion range, sure. But, like, you can play around that, as the Riven also gets banned. Okay. So, I don't know why we'd be picking Riven into Twitch and Maokai and Milio. You should be begging the red team to, the blue team to pick Riven here. As we see the Xerath also getting banned. Xerath synergizes with these 3 champions very well. I think that's a really good ban. Prevents them from leaning all the way into this poke. Limits their options. Maybe they'll go something like Ziggs. Ziggs will help with the poke. Maybe like if they really hate themselves, they could go like Zoe. But Zoe's not in a good state right now. But yeah, they're just preventing them from going all in on the poke. What do we see locked in here? Ornn. Interesting. Okay. So Ornn's obviously a super tank. It's going to help the Twitch scale to the moon, right? But Fiora and Trundle both being hovered here. Both very interesting counters here. I could also see the Darius being a good counter here. Darius traditionally good into super tanks like Ornn. Also would be able to just delete the Twitch from fights and the Milio from fights, as we see the Alawi. Never mind. Alawi just being able to be immortal. Alawi just keeps getting tagged because she's just in a really solid state right now. I don't know what the Alawi into. No. Okay, don't pick Gangplank. No, don't pick Gangplank. Don't pick Gangplank. Don't pick Gangplank. Don't pick Gangplank. Okay, so there's a reason I'm saying don't pick Gangplank. Gangplank is currently bugged. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna message Oxia right now. Where is she in my DMs? I'm messaging her right now. Hold on. Ox. Yo, Gangplank is currently bugged as... Oh god, and they're going Aurelion Soul to Gangplank. Oh no, so... Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, so his barrels don't chain on the current patch. So, uh-oh. The funniest thing about this bug is that it's server specific. It's confirmed on NA, I think Brazil? Yeah, Gangplank's just not gonna be able to play the game. It's probably something to do with tick rate, right? So... yeah, Gangplank's just not able to play the game on this patch. I really hope they fix it for 14.9. But... yeah, GG, red team probably win. Just for that alone. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be painful. I play a lot of Gangplank mid, right? Okay, so this is gonna be painful to watch. This is gonna be very painful to watch. You know what I'm gonna do? PSA, Gangplank is currently bugged, like, really bad on the NA server. His barrels do not tang. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's just unfortunate. If anyone wants to see the tweet, there it is. That's the bug explained. Yeah. I mean, that's just unfortunate, right? That's just unfortunate that they didn't know. Remake? Honestly, if they asked to remake, as an admin myself, technically I would allow it because they didn't know that, but at the same time, that's really funny. Are they playing right now? They are. Okay, never mind. I was gonna ping the head honcho about it. That's... League crashed. What's going on? Hold on, League isn't loading. So the barrels are possessed by Satan. That's hot. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Okay, now we're in. It took a couple ties. Hold on, I'm gonna mute for a second. One of the... hold on, it's not showing. Give it a second. What? Hold on, it's not working. It's not working. Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh no, oh no. Okay, so they're going for an early invade here. Who got the ward kill? Twitch got the ward kill. Okay, never mind. So they already trolled. So in case you didn't know, if a solo laner gets a ward kill before first rank, they get level 2 on the first wave. That's why it's so important. So Twitch taking that is kind of trolling. Dude, okay. I hope this Gangplank doesn't get mega griefed. Oh man, I sincerely hope this... Oh. Slideshow? Fog? Whoa, what's going on? Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on there. +5. From First Strike, that's funny. No, I just messaged their Lulu about it. I don't think they and she was like, oh no. I don't think they knew. This is gonna be fun. As we see the Ornn getting a really heavy early trade onto the Alawi, which is not how that matchup I feel like should work, but what do I know? Yeah, so Milio's in a hard counterpick matchup here against Lulu. I don't know why you locked in Milio here. I mean, I actually play Gangplank. I actually play Gangplank, so like, I play Gangplank and Acel, and I've played this matchup many times, so I can actually commentate on this a little bit. So the main thing you need to know about whoa, hello Twitch. Never mind, Twitch just completely deleted the Lulu from the map. Very cool. So the main thing about Gangplank that's good to know is that his barrels store sheen charges. Cause that's fair. You can just store a sheen charge into a barrel. Yeah. So I don't know if this Gangplank knows how to do it. I guess we'll see shortly, but jeez. Man, I just feel bad. Because they probably just didn't know, right? Anyway, the Karthus is now getting an early gank on this very pushed up Acel. Acel W distance is very low, but the Karthus is missing every single Q. Oh my... Wow, that was just sad. As we see the Ornn trading in on the Alawi here, being able to kill the Spirit there. We see the... Okay, we see the Gangplank just taking a bunch of damage for free. Yeah. Oh, man. Dude, the GP could be doing so much more damage, but he's just physically unable to do the, to do preemptive barrel chains right now. Watch, knowing Riot, watch they're gonna be like, oh yeah, it was unreactable, so we're gonna remove it everywhere. It's a feature, not a bug. As we see, very heavy trade here in the bot lane. The Twitch is getting a lot of damage in on this Jinx. Hold on. A flash in with the... Oh, the Trial by Fire able to do enough burn damage there. Plus probably the minions to get the kill onto the Acel. Able to remove Scurvy on the root from the Maokai and is able to get out. Nice. As we see the Twitch going in again. Polymorphed by the Lulu there. The Chompers are just going to go wide. The Lulu might die to the... Nope. Range champion GP. True. Why do people act like GP is a melee champion? Anyway, as they see... They're trying to dive this. The Milio's holding onto turret aggro. Is forced to leave out. The Twitch is able to force the flash out. But getting the kill onto the Jinx early is very good for this Twitch. Twitch already has the recurve bow, so that's a lot of damage just inherently this early in the game. Ornn being able to get the trade in on the Bell's Breath, but oh, Alawi flashes in. The Ornn overstays the welcome, is able to flash and slam in onto the Ornn. God, imagine Alawi being able to slam B into the ground. What? As we see the... Ooh! Okay, so we see the Cannon Barrage coming down, with the Karthus also there, and they're able to get both kills thanks to the Gangplank, both with the Karthus, Defile, and the Jinx getting excited. And yeah, that's actually huge for the Jinx. We might see... I don't know why is Lulu standing on a moat? 5 ability haste this early is not going to do much. As we see... Okay, so the Gangplank's winning right now, right? But this is Acel, a.k.a. Thanos, a.k.a. Vienna VTuber. No, no, but once he gets 2 items, he's just gonna become a monster. So, we'll see if the inevitable Aesol is able to take over this game after long enough. He does have a CS lead. So we might be able to see the Aesol just take over the game regardless of this laning phase not going as planned. We see a bit jungle combat. The Karthus is able to hit 6 first, is getting hit down by the grubs a little bit. Even with the pillar hitting the Alawi, able to get the pull. They're just invading the blue side jungle. Alawi's coming down here to rotate the directed camera, thinking that this fight in the bot lane is more important than whatever's going on up here. Big chunk taken out of the Lulu. Big chunk taken out of the Lulu. My goodness. God, Ornn went bombies. It's not that bad on Ornn. It saves him an extra W to clear the wave. I just think if it gets upgraded, he's actually trolling. Anyway, so yeah, we're back into a bit of a boring state here. Not much to talk about. More trading. Never mind. There might be something to talk about as the Alawi is going to do the ultimate, getting a lot of slams onto the Ornn. Getting another slam onto the Ornn. The ultimate lowering that slam cooldown to like 3 seconds or something like that. Able to get the kill onto the Ornn. Really well played by the Alawi. The Maokai is going to try to trade out, but I don't think he has the damage. He's only level 5. He doesn't have the twisting advance. We turn back into the mid lane, where that's a lot of damage. But the Aesol is able to go out as Twitch just... the Lulu steps up a little too far, and the Twitch is just able to annihilate her. The jungle is... Maokai is still in the top lane, just took a bunch of damage from the tentacles. Alawi is threatening to just walk up here, throwing a sapling as a defensive measure. This is a lot of gold that's just being injected into the Alawi right here. You can see the CS difference, 38 to 63 right now. That's a lot of extra gold. Plus a plate, that's a lot of extra gold in Alawi's pockets. In fact, I think we can actually check. Yeah, 1,300 gold advantage in the top lane alone. We do see here, the ultimate is being used by the Alawi. As we see the Requiem, it does get the Aesol out of the game. We do see the Ornhorn being called the Forge God, as a defensive measure. Oh, but the tentacle crops up out of nowhere and slams Ornn into the ground. Top lane is just a disaster right now for the red team. Okay. Aesol's doing a decent way through Rylai's right now. But the Gangplank did just complete Essence Reaver. That's a huge spike for the Gangplank. So if the Gangplank's able to play around the bug, he might be able to take over as well. But man, that's a lot of... The bug just removes so much potential damage from him right now. If only we lived in the EU. I'm trying to figure out what Alawi's rushing here. Sundered Sky, maybe? As we see the Maokai. No, Maokai! Don't go Bomby Cinder. It speeds up your clear by like half a second tops. There's actually... somebody actually made a spreadsheet of how little it speeds up your clear. And for Maokai, it's like half a second. It's not that much. And he went... What is this Build-A-Bear build that the... What is this Build-A-Bear item inventory that the Maokai has right now? Either way, the Twisting Advance is going to grab the Lulu. The Lulu, the sacrificial lamb here, is going to polymorph the Maokai on her way out, but that's probably not going to be enough. Yeah, Lulu is going to be the sacrificial lamb for the Jinx. Might be able to... Jinx is trying to get something in on the Twitch, but the Twitch is going to pop the ultimate, the heal, and that is just a dead Jinx from Arcane. Yeah, the Twitch is 5-1-0. With the Blade of the Ruin King. If they can play around this Twitch and stabilize into the mid game and just let the Aesol scale up, the red team still has a very strong chance of winning this, but it's it's almost a 2k, no, it's exactly a 2k gold lead this early in the game, so that could be also really scary. We see the Sundered Sky and the Malignance completed on the red side, but I don't know why the Ornn is trading. You are so far behind, my dude. God, why are we going Sunfire Aegis? 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 The tentacles are slamming Ornn for so much. Forced to dash out of there. And over 50 CS lead onto the Alawi when compared to the Ornn. 40 CS lead in the jungle. Again, if the Twitch is able to stabilize the mid game and the Acel is able to get to 2 items, red team still can definitely win this. It's not out of the league yet, especially with an Ornn helping them scale up. But right now, it's looking pretty hairy. Nothing really going on right here. I mean, yeah, it's a trade, but there's a two level difference. Okay, the Acel did just complete the Riley's Crystal Scepter, which is huge. Huge power spike for him. We see the Ornn trying to trade in on the Alawi, but ooh, the twisting advance with both junglers here, knocking the Karthus under the turret, forced to flash out, taken down pretty low, but is probably just going to be able to walk out. The Acel is on the way rotating, but by the time he's even like halfway there, the fight's over. Nothing really to fight for there. Letting Gangplank get this shove in. Gangplank getting it back here, but oh. Okay, we aren't going to worry about top lane. Anything happen here? No? Okay. The Call of the Forge God does come in. The Tentacle does miss. That slam did manage... Not slam. That Alawi Q did manage to hit there. But right now... Oh my goodness, that is a 3-man collapse on the top lane, and we are more interested in this Lulu dying again. We see the Requiem does come out, able to help the top lane a little bit. This Alawi is just immortal right now, doing so much damage. Oh my goodness, still living in this 1v3, and Acel is taken extremely low. Might be able to get the slam. Really well done. The Alawi is just so strong, able to 1v3, a strong outplay from the Alawi. As we see the Twitch taking turret damage. Lulu does try to flash in, but not much comes out of it. I do like this Lulu's itemization, going the Kindle Gem before Band of Glass Mirror, because Band of Glass Mirror does not give as economical stats as completing the Kindle Gem. It's cheaper to complete the Kindle Gem than the Band of Glass Mirror, and it gives comparable stats. Alawi not able to take the turret down there, but able to get a good chunk out of it. Wow. Really good outplay, the 1v3 there. My goodness. The Hextech Drake is back up. We are trading top turret for bot turret here. An Abducted Bounty has been claimed for the red team, which is nice. Are either of these teams gonna go for the dragon? Not Maokai. The blue team did ping it, but I don't think they have intent to go for it. Oh, excuse me. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. The Rift Herald is going to be claimed here by the red team, so they're going to be able to have more siege incoming. And the red team is going to get the Drake here. And now we just wait here for something to come up. We do see the Cloud Drake once again, and this time, well, the blue team would like Cloud Soul, right? And it's not like Maokai and Twitch don't like Cloud Soul either, so okay, it's not that bad actually. Ooh, the skies are going to descend onto the Jinx and the Lulu, but yeah, just completely whiffs there. Skies descend like what happens in the toilet after a bad night of taco. That was gross. I am so sorry. You do see, wow, this Alawi's just going full bruiser, and it's honestly probably working. I'm surprised we haven't seen an Iceborne Gauntlet or an Essence Reaver yet, though. As we see this Alawi starting to get work done on this Ornn. Able to do a lot of damage just that Spirit form. So we see nothing really happening here. Lulu and Lulu and Maokai passing each other. Hollow Radiance! These players cannot use a calculator to save their lives to realize it's the same damage, except less, because it doesn't do more damage to monsters and minions. And that gold you spent completing this awful item is better allocated into other items, because you are still getting the same Imalik damage either way, but even less, because again, it doesn't do anything to monsters, so you've just kneecapped your clear speed by completing this item. Like, how much you care about there's a fight going on, and I'm not even able to concentrate because how much you care about healing in the jungle when you're clearing and killing monsters when your jungle pet gives you healing anyway. I don't get it. Why do people build this item? Twitch is just bursting, just doing massive damage to the gangplank here. Okay, that was one barrel. That was one barrel to the Milio, and it did like 15% of his health. Yeah, this champion is bad, by the way. Gangplank is able to get the Navori Quick Blades, which is another huge spike. Working on the Collector, presumably, could be I mean, I wouldn't be mad, honestly, if this was... I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if that turned into Serpent's Fang, to be quite honest, but Collector's also fine. So the math on Collector versus LDR on Gangplank, if I remember correctly, is it's not exactly 1-to-1 because Gangplank already has a armor pen on his barrels, right? So instead of the and because of how math works, because the armor pen is multiplicative for some reason on the barrels, if I remember correctly. So instead of a 35 plus 30% armor reduction, it's not like a 65% armor reduction. It's more like 52 or something like that, so it's not exactly apples to apples. It doesn't stack is what I'm saying. So, yeah, Collector's just generally better just to get that extra lethality, because you already, just to further pop squishy targets rather than do anything about tanks. Because let's be real, the quote-unquote tanks on the other team barely have any armor. They're barely tanks. Like, the Ornn is so far behind right now that he's barely a tank. He is level 12 though. He is one level away from hitting his ornaments. The polymorph is able to save the Jinx there, but I don't know why Lulu stayed and didn't just run away and flash away or something. Anyway, Lulu's dead. Requiem plus the barrels from wow, I'm surprised he did not just remove Scurvy right away, but maybe he used it and I missed it. Yeah, the Requiem plus the cannon barrage plus the why am I blanking on the Q name? The Parley, all able to take down the Aurelian Soul, and suddenly the Aurelian Soul, which was the main win con in the late game for this team, is not able to do much. The Ornn is just dead. There was an Ornn there like a second ago, tank by the way. As the Rift Herald has been dropped in the mid lane, and they are going to make a... Well, I think they're going to try to make a push on the mid lane. Nope, never mind, they're just getting out of there. Wait. Oh, no, he just took a U-turn so they don't kill it immediately. That's fine. Able to get a decent chunk out of the mid-turn. There's no minions nearby, so it's not going to be nearly as much. Man, Ornn was... Man, you guys remember when Ornn was the Mage, Death Knight, Paladin, Hunter, Rogue, Warrior, Enchanter, Tank, Bruiser, Wizard, Warlock, Priest, Assassin, Gunslinger, Druid, Shaman, Necromancer, Ninja, Gunslinger, Bard, Monk, Robot, Conjurer, Blacksmith, Mystic, Warden, God, Illusionist, Templar, Wizard. I remember that. Anyway, how close is Ornn to level 13 and being able to give out ornaments? And by give out, I mean give himself ornaments. Okay, he's not that far out. But Twitch does have the Infinity Edge now. Just gonna continue to do more and more damage as he builds more items. Able to get onto the backline pretty easily. Another comet graces Sumner's Rift. There's not much happening right now. We do... Never mind, there is something happening. It's called Karthus doing Karthus things. Building the Shadow Flame second into Ornn and Maokai is not a decision I fully understand. I feel like Leandri's just gets mega value into... I mean, let's look here. Ornn is building health. Maokai's building health. Asol's building health with Rylai's and Leandri's. Like, Leandri's has giga value here for the Karthus, but I guess if you also want to just snipe those low health targets with Requiem, and that's also another reason to get it. I mean, it's fine. I just think your third item should probably be Leandri's here. The Collector has been completed on the Gangplank. And remember when okay, to be fair, I was assuming the red team would not be this far behind, but remember when I said it was like GG because of the Gangplank nerf, Gangplank bug? Rip, so much for that. I just cursed teams, apparently. As we see, they're all just kind of composing themselves in the mid lane. Not much is going on right now. There's not really an objective to fight over. There's no reason to go for Baron. There's no Drake up. There's nothing to do. Oh, Twitch moment. Yeah, the Lulu's just buying time for the Jinx to get away, and honestly, when you're 0-6, that's honest. If you're 0-6 on Enchanter, that's probably just the correct move. Okay. The Requiem does come down. Nothing really to write home about. No one was really close to dying. The Ornn Horde is going to be called. Twitch is also here. That's probably the end of Gangplank. Just a 4v1. But the Asol's also doing something to the Alawi. Alawi is working on the Iceborne Gauntlet. The skies do descend. The Flash. Oh, trying to get the Flash into the Slam to heal something, but unfortunately the Breath just pops. And no more Alawi. Dude, the Karthus is still deathless. Can we report Karthus for not using his passive? Awful at the game, honestly. Now we wait. Oh wow, Karthus knows how to do the double clear. That's cool. Yeah, there's just nothing to talk about right now. Nobody's fighting, no objectives. It's clearing up vision. I mean, the Asol is on 2 items. Let's actually do a quick stacks check on. Hey, 242. Not bad. Okay, 242 stacks in 24 minutes. Not terrible. I'm not mad at it. Ooh, we see the black hole come out. Okay, Asol and Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, in the late game. Just able to completely melt that Jinx. Jinx from Arcane is just gone. Arcane Season 2 has been cancelled, everyone. As we see, ooh, 700 gold just into the Gangplank's pocket right there, just getting that turret for free. I wonder what he's working on next, actually. Maybe LDR? The Asol is going to come in here. Oh, the Asol forcing the Flash out of the Gangplank. The Horn also being called, but just completely goes wide. And the Twitch is also here. Yeah, there's not much that could have been done there. The Requiem is going to come down and do a decent amount to the Asol. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's LDR. As we see... Hey, how did my Q not proc that barrel? Would it probably be because Gangplank is bugged? Just a thought. Anyway, the first ornament has been turned over to the Twitch. The Edge of Finality has been done, as the blue team has slayed the dragon, 1 dragon away from the soul. Uh, dude, what does Ward even build that he can upgrade at this point? What is he working on? I assume that's Jack Show, right? It can't be. Oh, okay, goodbye, Karthus. Karthus finally used his passive! Woo! No, but he has a Revenant's death cap. Okay. I really think there should be a Leandries at some point here. And Medjai's is gone. Oh my goodness, so much damage to the Ornn right there. Yeah, Gangplank does a lot of damage to tanks. I don't know what else to say there. That's just a lot of damage to tanks. The Asol is probably going to be doing a lot of damage to this Alawi, despite all of her HP, because oh, there's also a Twitch here. Yeah, that's probably just a dead Alawi right there. I don't see Alawi winning that one. That was about to be a 1v4. Yeah, not much that could be done there. You know, 5k gold lead going over to the blue team, and the red team doesn't really has just no Ornn, but other than that, it's very close. We see the Asol working on the Rabadon's death cap, I presume, so that's gonna be a huge spike, just being able to do so much damage. What is going on with my computer? Hold on. Okay. My computer's just warm. Anyway. The red team is positioning to maybe go for a Baron here. They do have the damage for it, especially if Asol can get over here. Blue team might not be aware of this, and there's no cannon barrage to potentially stop it either. So, yeah, no, they're just going to be able to get this Baron Nashor for free, and that's a lot of gold just injected into the red team right there. What just happened? Oh, the Melio has Starcaster now. I think that's fine. Yeah, where did Lulu go? I blinked and there was no more Lulu. Yeah, so, yeah, at this point in the game, despite the deficit, the red team's just starting to really scale. And even though Ornn's so far behind, he can still provide ornaments. And ornaments still provide a lot of power, as we see. Yeah, did you see that? Did you see it not detonate properly there? Very cool. Ornn going Jack Show, going Jack Show, the protein. Jackie Chan, the protein shake. Hi, Nick. Nick, the stream might not last 20 more minutes. Yeah, no, the red team is starting to really scale up here. I mean, once Ornn is able to upgrade that Rabadon's death cap into a death crown, it is, this Asol is just gonna hurt. And I don't know how much the rest of the team can do about it. Again, Ornn, the Mage, Death Knight, Paladin, Hunter, Rogue, Warrior, Enchanter, Tank, Bruiser, Wizard, Warlock, Priest, Assassin, Gunslinger, Druid, Shaman, Necromancer, Ninja, Gunslinger, Bard, Monk, Robot, Conjurer, Blacksmith, Mystic, Warden, God, Illusionist, Templar, Wizard. Woo! Providing so much value to the game despite being 0-6 and over 100 CS behind. Because Ornn is a champion. Ornn is a champion, alright. Why do people not play this champion? I have no clue. He's so bulky for no good reason. Look how big that black hole is! Oh, hello. The rocket does find the mark on... Yeah, I think Gangplank's just... Oh, okay, wait a second. Okay. Wait, but the Requiem? Okay. So, the Cannon Barrage plus the Requiem does manage to get the Asol down, so... That's a full minute and no Aurelion Soul. Oh, my throat hurts from yapping so much. As we see 3 of the blue team members not able to chase down a Maokai. That's just kind of... Okay. I don't agree with the Shurelya's on... Lulu's had Shurelya's for a while. I just haven't had a reason to comment on it. I just don't agree with it. On a fundamental level. They're all running into you except for... They're all coming into you except for Ornn. Like, why would you ever need the extra movement speed? To gap close, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. I just think it's a waste of gold. I just think it's a waste of gold. I feel like you're better off just going something like Ardent Sensor to help your Gangplank and Jinx do more damage. Or even something like, I don't know, Imperial Mandate for similar reasons. The Ornhorn is going to be called in for this soul point. We do see the skies to... Okay. Aurelion Sorelian. Okay. Aurelion Sol is a champion in League of Legends. Can't we just... Let me zoom out. Let me just zoom out a little. Just do this and let's just go back a little bit. Let's just look at the... Okay, they did get Death Crown. Just watch the Aurelion Sol for a second, right? Balance. Great job, Riot. Great job, Riot. Okay, let's just catch back up to the rest of the game. As we do see the... Hold on. No, not that button. Yeah, I don't need the recording up. I mean, it's not over, I guess, if the Asol somehow dies horrifically and they're able to convert. But, oh my goodness, Asol is just taking over the game. And he's working on Crypt Bloom right now, so you can't even itemize MR. Like, okay, nobody's itemizing MR, which is concerning. I was about to say Jinx is the only one itemizing MR, but that's just because I'm TFT brained and Runon's built out of a cloak. Yeah, at this point, like, the red team is skilled tremendously right now. Like, Asol is fully online, Twitch is fully online. Twitch is full build. And is working. Twitch is full build almost. And Ornn is still only on 3 item. Tank, by the way. The trial by fire, ticking. The barrel also ticking. Yeah, tank, by the way. Gangplank, Ornn, Alawi, Karthus, and Asol. All of my favorite champions for wrong reasons. As we see the Requiem coming down, and that is a dead Aurelion Sol with the Cannon Barrage as well, forcing everyone else to run away. They might be able to do the Baron Nashor, honestly. It's 2 against 5. And nothing's pushing into them. If they really wanted to, they could do the Baron Nashor. Okay, never mind. Twitch is still too powerful. They do get the flash out of Twitch, though. Karthus finishing the Void Staff. Just being able to do more damage to that Ornn. And that Maokai. We do see the Twitch has finished the Canic Rookern. Oh, joy. I mean, yeah, that's probably correct, right? It's more correct than Jack Show. Canic Rookern, still a dumb item. Thanks, Riot. Thanks a lot. As we are just continuing here. Enter this state where there's nothing to fight over. People are just gonna farm. People are just gonna contest vision. Not Oblivion Orb. When did this happen? 105 healing reduced, guys. Great use of 500 gold or 800 gold. How long ago was this? As we see a fight coming down in the mid lane, the Redemption is going to come in with the Stargazer. Twitch is able to just hunt them down. The Requiem is going to do a significant amount of damage, though. The Alawi might be able to clean up. Oh, nope. The Alawi's pushed away by the Milio, but is able to get in onto the Twitch. Twitch doing so much damage. The Sterix does happen. Go down and... Oh. Whoa. Okay, there was a Gangplank there like a second ago. Okay, wait. When did this Oblivion Orb happen? Okay, so in 2 minutes. Okay, never mind. I take everything back. I guess it does apply on... I guess it does apply on E. Okay, it's not that troll. I think if Lulu completes it though, she is absolutely trolling. By the way, look at just Asol being able to do the Baron just completely outside of the pit. That's balance. Spirit Visage is complete for the Alawi though. That's a lot of effective health going over to her. As the Cloud Drake is alive, this is soul point for the blue team. I mean, we're kind of at the point of the game where like gold doesn't really matter anymore. It's just who fights better, who's up, and who's dead for objectives. We do see the Twisting Advance come through. It's going to go wide on the Alawi, but the Ornhorn is going to come in next. Call of the Forge God is able to get Alawi. Burning down with the Cosmic Breath. The ultimate is going to go down with the, oh my goodness, the huge Sterix Shield, plus the Wild Growth. Gangplank able to get both of them. That's a huge loss for the red team. And now they're just going to be able to get this Cloud Soul. That was insanely well played by the blue team. Just the Alawi just being able to just be the stopgap for the entire team. And now we wait. Now we wait. We do see... Oh! There was Emilio there a second ago. Hey, look, another comet. Yeah, so, like, everyone's at, like, close to 6 items now, right? Everyone's very, very far, has so much gold. They're basically done with their builds. At this point, they're just building defensive if they are building anything. So, the question is, now what? Also, the Ornn has 7 vision score, and we're 38. They're almost 39 minutes into the game. I don't know why I felt the need to point that out. I just think it's funny. The Ornn still has not upgraded any of Maokai's items, which I find alarming. I mean, I guess Maokai should just build, like, I don't know, Jack-Show or just something to have a completion. Does Thornmail not have a completion? I feel like Thornmail should have a completion. Am I just wrong on that part? We do see the Gangplank up against the Ornn in the top lane. We'll see if anything comes of that. Lowy is pushing up the mid lane into the very fed Aurelion Soul. With 450 Stardust stacks. Oh no. Thornmail isn't the end? Oh wait, he already has Thornmail. Yeah, I'm surprised Thornmail doesn't have a... I'm surprised Thornmail doesn't have an item. The Karthus does go down, but the Requiem is going to come down. Does a decent amount of damage, but again, I'm surprised there's no Leandries on this Karthus. You have a super tank in Ornn, you have a tank in Maokai, you have Asol who's going mostly health, right? I'm surprised there's no Leandries from the Karthus, like, whatsoever. Synergizes so well with Malignants too. I guess Maokai's just going Jack-Show. That's the only thing I can think of that has a... I don't know what has an Ornn item off the top of my head. I will be real. I will say, no Kraken Slayer on Twitch. It's probably correct here. Also, it's not game 1 anymore. This text is inaccurate. Two Knight's Vows on the red team. Presumably not on the same person, because you can't. Yeah, I don't know. At this point in the game, it's just who wins the fight. The jungle's just been lit up by the Scuttle Crab there. I don't know. I feel like Dude, this Karthus not going Leandries is actually starting to upset me. Still no Leandries, opting for Hourglass instead. I don't get it. There's an Ornn, and there's a Maokai, and there's an Acel, and even Milio builds health. And the Twitch also build health. Why are we not going Leandries? Like, sure, you're not getting much out of the Madness passive or whatever it's called, right? Because, well, no, you are if you're alive for long enough. As okay, we see the both AP carries go golden there. We do see the Serpent's Fang from Serpent's Fang has been built by the Gangplank. The Requiem does go down. Does look at the size of those Malignance pools. Milio forced to flash away. The Call of the Forge God is able to get some engaged. The Twitch does get the Gangplank and the Lulu out of the equation. But the Maokai is just so low. There's no more Requiem, right? But that's 2 for nothing for the blue team. And the Elder Drake is about to be up. even the Gangplank and the Lulu are up in time, I just don't know if they're gonna be up in time to be able to run there. Also, thank you, Lulu, for not completing Morello. I don't know if I agree with Watchful Wardstone, but hey, it's better than completing Morello right now. Karthus' next Requiem's in 40 seconds. We do see the red team starting to coalesce onto the Baron. They don't have... I mean, the blue team can't really contest. Their main damage dealers, Gangplank, just isn't up right now. And the red team is just a monster in the late game right now. The Alter Drake is about to come up. We do see the TP coming in from the Gangplank. And the Acel, so everyone is going to be fighting over this, even with the Baron buff. Nobody, it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be pushing, even with the Baron buff, because this Elder is just so important. Okay, everyone is here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The skies are able to descend. And we... Oh, sorry. The skies do not descend. It's just a meteor. As the Alawi has just been completely shredded by the combination of the Acel and the Twitch. And the red team has gotten the Elder Drake. Is able to get the Elder Drake and is able to clean up the fight. Even the Karthus Requiem did go through, but I mean, there's not so little damage at this point. Ornn and the rest of the team is trying to clean up here. Oh, the Maokai dies just in time to not get burn down the Gangplank. Really, really well done there. Gangplank is able to get some health back thanks to the Bloodthirster and the Parley onto the minion. The Gangplank is just able to walk out, so it's not a complete loss. Oh wait, never mind. Acel is just able to fly across the map. Oh, never mind. Gangplank is balanced. Wasn't the Acel at like half health? Riot! This champion is bad, by the way. Gangplank's bad, by the way. The Super Mega Death Rocket is able to land onto the Ornn. The Ornn is able to buy a lot of time, and the Lulu gets that kill. And at this point in the game, it's probably best to give the thing over to Lulu. With so many members of the red team dying, this does mean that the Baron hasn't been able to do much. I believe only no, it's not even Twitch has the Baron buff anymore. It's just Milio and I think Maokai with the Baron buff. Even though they got the Elder and the Baron, they're not able to do anything with it. This game is very close. Like, even if you look at the gold score, it's like 1,000 or so. But yeah, most of these champions are basically full build. I still think there is no reason to not go Leandri's on Karthus here instead of like, I don't know, the Shadow Flame. They're all going. Okay, finally an Ornn upgradable item for the Maokai with Jackshow, and now everyone except for the Lulu is full build. Dawn Core's been completed for the Milio. Is the Ornn gonna upgrade? Can the Ornn upgrade the Maokai, please? Okay, thank you. There we go. The Unspoken Parasite. Yeah, that's all 5 ornaments. And in case you didn't know, what did Milio sell for that? I didn't catch it. Wait. Okay. No, Twitch. I don't know why Twitch sold Canic Recurrent for a second. Okay, now everyone's full build, except for technically Lulu, because you can upgrade to Sightstone, and Milio, because you can upgrade to Sightstone. Dude, look how much health the Ornn has. That's criminal. Almost 7,000 health. So, in case you didn't know, how Ornn's passive works is that every time he grants an upgrade, he gets 10% bonus. He gets 10% bonus HP and resistances. Thanks, Riot. Okay, the skies do descend. They are able to get the Gangplank out in trade. The Malignance is burning down the Milio. Isn't quite enough to kill. The Redemption is going to come down. Okay, Karthus goes golden, and the Alawi is able to clean up. Burning, just whittling down this Ornn with Jinx. There's a chance that's the game, honestly. They might be able to push. Oh, wait, Asol's in the back line. Yeah, the blue team should push before but the Asol is just gonna drop the black hole and be able to push. The GA on the... There is a GA on the Alawi, so the Alawi isn't completely dead. They have to be able to kill that Alawi twice. But the Alawi doesn't have Sterak's right now, so... We'll see. This game is tense! They weren't able to get a good push off because the Asol is just so threatening. We do see the Banshee's Veil come out from the Asol. I'm not entirely sure how much I agree with that, just because I feel like if a stray Jinx rocket or a stray Parley or a stray tick of the Defile from Karthus hits, it's just popped. But I don't hate it. At least this late in the game, I don't hate it. I wonder how much AP... Let's check how much AP the Asol has. I'm curious. Okay, 1,030. And how many stacks was that? I thought I saw 600? Yup. Yeah, this will... Okay! Okay. The problem is GP did use Cannon Barrage on that, and they aren't going to get the Baron, but they are going to be able to get first rotation to this Elder in a 4v5. Okay, but it's late game Gangplank, right? Gangplank being bugged doesn't apply anymore at this point. Like, it hurts. I mean, the bug has come up for Gangplank. It's just, at this late in the game, he's just able to delete everyone with just his Q anyway, so what's the point? You do see the Elder for the blue team, and they're going to try to make this push. The Baron and powered minions are going to be able to repel this push, though. The Cozy Campfire is going to keep everyone topped up. Gangplank is slowly making his way back to the rest of the team. I don't know why he's clearing camps. The Ornn, it's still being the super tank. Just doing insane, and I mean insane amount of damage sponging. The Call of the Forge God is going to come in. Knocks up 3! And nothing comes of it. The Alawi does get the Spirit Form onto the Ornn. Doesn't do much, but now Tentacles will be spawning in the blue team's base. The Banshee's Veil is going to prevent the Requiem from doing much, but for everyone else, it does a decent chunk. Still confused why there's no Leandries yet on the Karthus. The ultimate does come down for the Aesol. The Super Mega Death Rocket does do another chunk. Aesol going golden, preventing the tether from going in. Oh, but the GP is still able to get it. The redemption is going to come down, topping up the Maokai. And as we just watch this next turret plate fall into the red turret, they are going to be able to get this tower, probably. No? Really? Jinx is... I mean, okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I was about to say, can't Jinx just auto it like 3 or 4 times? There you go. Okay, so that's one turret down. Next turret down. We're seeing the bot tier turret down, and there's a chance it's the end of the game if they can get a good team fight. The Elder buff hasn't quite expired yet. The Twisted Advance is going to come out. Alawi is going to be able to keep Alawi and GP both tanking that easily. They're going to get the third inhibitor too. And just back off. You can see the red you can see the top lane. You can see the top red wave. It's trying to push into the top tower, but none of them capitalize on that. There's just too much push. Aesol going down has been pretty bad, actually. Just unable to fight back against that because that's their main damage. Or main AoE damage, I should say. Yeah, Twitch has Runon's Hurricane, which is technically AoE, but like, come on. It seems like the red team intends to just run down mid here and hope for the best with their Aesol back up. And honestly, that's not a terrible plan, right? Feels like the next fight of this game is probably going to be the last. Lulu has still not upgraded her Sightstone to the... So, you know, that's fun. Dude, Karthus... Why hasn't Karthus sold boots and gone, like... Leon... I know I'm harping on this whole why hasn't Karthus gone Leandries yet point, but, like... Come on, they're so bulky. Leandries would have so much value. The Alawi is just going to walk up to the Ornn. Misses the tether onto the Twitch. The skies do descend, but that's a huge Steric shield. Unfortunately, the Alawi and the Gangplank are going to go into their GAs. Aesol going to be able to finish off the Alawi. No compensation yet. 74-second death timers. Oh my goodness. But there's a base race forcing two teleports out. Okay. But, oh no. Oh no. That's probably the end of the game. Twitch, the teleports just went terribly here. I guess the GP did force 2 of them out, but the Twitch does so much damage right now. GP selling the GA to go back to Serpent's Fang. No reason to hold on to that GA when it's not doing anything. Missing the barrel there. Another barrel coming down. Nope. Nothing there. The game is still not over, guys. Oh, finally, Karthus heard me. Karthus heard me complaining. The Call of the Forge God, it's gonna hit. And there goes the Gangplank. That is an ace. And with the next... And with only Lulu and Alawi coming up in a few seconds... Well, they don't have a wave, though. Maybe they won't be able to end. Dude, look how little damage the Maokai is taking. Okay, the Lulu is up. The redemption does go down. Just to top off everyone as insurance. There is an Alawi and a Lulu. The Aesol's not there. There is a TP ward though that they have. There are 2 TP wards actually they have to be wary of, as the Elder and the Baron are about to come back up. This has been a long one, right? Yeah, we're almost at an hour. So much for this stream might not be done in 20 minutes. I think that was 30 minutes ago. Or might not be online in 20 minutes. I think that was 30 minutes ago at this point. So they're going to try for Bush Cheese, knowing that the blue team is probably going to try to go for Elder. They don't have any other ways in. The Super Mega Death Rocket is gonna miss, but the Requiem does go down. They're just not gonna be there fast enough in order to stop this Elder from going down. The Elder is so tanky at this point. We do see the Cannon Barrage going down. The Call of the Force God is gonna come out in response, just preventing people from coming in. Oh my goodness! Karthus, the hero, flashes in and seals the Elder Drake! But it might be for nothing! Karthus being able to burn down the Maokai there, but the Ace Soul is still there! The skies descend! The Ace Soul barely kept alive, but the Alawi is teleported into the back! The base race! And the Ace Soul's not gonna be there fast enough! The blue team wins! Oh my goodness! That was insane! The steal into the back door? That was incredible! Also, the Melio only did 6,000 damage. The Maokai only did 20,000 damage! In 57 minutes! Really good value from Thornmail there, eh? so much damage from the Thornmail. Oh my goodness, the endgame was insane. Dude, the Karthus steal and then the Alawi being able to teleport at the back because the minions pushed in? It didn't clear? Masterclass. Absolute cinema, honestly. GG's. Oh my goodness, that was insane. Oh, my throat hurts from yelling now. Oh my gosh, my throat hurts. GG. Tragedy for the red team. They had all of the scaling in the world, but Karthus finding the hero play. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's find someone to raid. Oh my goodness. I take back all the clowning I was doing on the Karthus for not doing Leandri's. Going Leandri's early. That was insane. Who is live right now? Let's see. Well, Joe Sniffy's live. Wait, am I not following Joe Sniffy? What? I thought I'm following Joe Sniffy. Wow, I'm not following Joe Sniffy. Huh. I thought I was. That's just... Am I not following Ross either? What in the world? Wow, I am not What? That's so weird. I thought I was following him. That's so weird. Nope. Not allowing me to raid. Dude, game 2 was intense. The hero steal from the Karthus? That was insane. My throat hurts from yelling at the end of that. Are you allowing raids? You're busy doing something, actually. That game was almost an hour. That was insane. Nope, you don't allow me to raid. Old reliable. Alright. Oh god, and there's more of that tomorrow, isn't there? Alright. Yeah. More casting tomorrow. Hopefully those games aren't as taxing on my vocal cords and everyone's stress, everyone's gray hairs. Oh my god, that hurt my throat. Alright. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow for more of this. It's been real fun. Clearly the only reason the red team lost is because of that awful tank itemization. Alright. Have a good one, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Bye! Oh, my throat. Hollow Radiance! Hollow Radiance is such an awful item! Yes, I know my mic's still live.